Welcome back, everybody. All right, got my water. Oh no, I got my water. Hi. Okay, this is really bright. Hold on, let me see if I can tone this down a little bit. Whoa, I'm a ghost. All right, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Cornelia. I live in Alberta. I am from the East Coast and I have a place in BC. So basically I like to say I am a full Canadian. When most of my videos take place between Alberta and BC because that's where I currently live, but my friends and family are all back in Ontario and Nova Scotia. So welcome to my channel if you are new here. I make videos on lifestyle content. I don't have one niche because I just don't believe in that. I think we're multifaceted human beings and I love traveling, I love adventure, I'm an entrepreneur, and I create fun content. So if you like any of those things, follow along. I post videos every week and I upload lots of shorts as well. But the reason why I am making this video here today is to share a little bit more with you about my journey as an entrepreneur. I really love content where I watch people grow businesses. I love to see people have side hustles and see what they do with them and where their ideas come from. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. I started a candle business in June of 2023 and I'm about, it's October, July, August, September, October. I'm 4 months in and I want to share my story with all of you. So if you're somebody who's looking to start a side hustle, start a business, focus on something more than just your 9-to-5 job, you've come to the right place. So let me tell you about my why. I wanted to start a candle business because, well, I just like to keep busy is a big thing. I very much have an entrepreneurial spirit. I always have ever since I was young. My career is very much based in the digital creation market. I never know really what to say, but I'm a producer and a creative strategist and performer. And most of my work has revolved around being in front or behind the camera or behind the computer. I have a digital creation business where I do photo and video content for businesses. I help businesses launch. I work on websites for people. I do a lot of different things in the digital realm. I also am a creative strategist for an ad agency, and I'm a creator and actor as well. So I very much wanted to do something that was different than that. I love working in the arts, but I also was like, I need to get away from the computer. I need to get away from the screen. And candles have been something that I've always very much been interested in. I love candles. I thought, you know, one day I'm gonna sell candles. Like I just knew that I would do that one day. And I didn't see it until like the future. I really thought maybe like 5 years down the line I would do it. And then I was talking with my boyfriend one day and we were talking about more ways to bring in income. Multiple revenue streams is something that's a goal of mine. And so he was like, well, why don't you try making candles? I know somebody who like sells things on Etsy. You should try that. And I was like, well, I have always wanted to do that. So sure, why not? And that was like 2022, early 2022, maybe even late 2021. And honestly, it took me a really long time to get started. I kind of pushed it off. It wasn't the right time. I had moved to Alberta like only a year prior. I was getting my feet on the ground in terms of like my career and building out my digital business. And I also was like, oh man, candles are like a lot of work and I don't necessarily have a lot of time. I had just bought my first property, and so that was like another business venture. So I thought, okay, it just wasn't the right time. And then when I moved in with my boyfriend last fall, I was like, okay, I'm settled somewhere now. I'm not moving. Now's the right time. So I started late 2022 and started collecting supplies. Last winter, I started testing candles. Fast forward to like February, March of 2023, and I was like, okay, I need to set a deadline. And I was like, I'm gonna do Lilac Festival in Calgary. And Lilac Festival is one of the biggest markets in Calgary. And I thought, okay, perfect. I have a deadline and this is what I have to work towards. So basically between like February and June, it was like finding the jars I wanted to use, doing market research, deciding on scents, deciding on scent names, getting the jars ordered, fulfilling all of the jars that I had ordered. I think I ordered like 144, and pouring them all. So it was like a busy few months, obviously, because I also wanted to make sure that like the jars were exactly what I wanted. And yeah, it was a lot. And then that was like the kind of the backstory on everything. I'll hop in really quickly now and show you some clips from June as I was prepping for Lilac Festival.
Hello. Okay, it is Saturday. So part of my reset is getting back into the flow of work. And typically on Saturdays, I try to work when I can. Today I am pouring candles. I have a market next Sunday, which is like the launch, the official launch of my candle business. I am going to Lilac Festival in Calgary. Literally have not sold a candle yet. My jars came in before I left, so I'm now gonna unpack them all. I ordered 144, but I think I'm only gonna bring probably 80 to the market. So I'm gonna lay out all my empty candle jars like in different colors on my boyfriend's like work table in the garage, and then I'm gonna start pouring 1 scent at a time. So yeah, this is my Saturday today. Let me show you what the workspace setup that I've got going looks like. So these are all of the candles in there. Not the candles, but the jars, I should say. They came in from China, unfortunately. But this is just kind of my first, I don't know, this is my first try with all of this. So like I ordered from the site where I was able to get them at a good price. We'll see, hopefully in the future I can order them from Canada. And then over here, I'm gonna be pouring all of them. I put newspaper down on Jesse's workbench so that I wasn't going to wreck anything. So I'm gonna get all those jars set up on here.
Do this? How can I start a side hustle? How can I start a business venture when I have other things on the go? And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video too, was to show that like it's not easy, but it's worth it. And I'm really loving doing candles. The reason why I'm filming in here today is because I actually wanted to show you like in reality what things look like when you run a small business out of your home. You can see on the ground behind me, I'll show some clips, but you can see on the ground behind me, there's stuff everywhere. I've got open jars, wax spilt, my Christmas scents that I'm pouring right now. I've got wax burning as I'm filming this. Like I'm always thinking of a million different things at once. And it's definitely not easy work because there's also like your full-time job that you need to do too. And, you know, coming down to my why of like, what I had mentioned in the last video was that like I wanted to do this because I wanted to get away from the computer. I wanted another passion project. I love to be busy and I wanted another revenue stream. I find with the way the world is right now, it is difficult to get ahead. It's hard to be financially on top, especially someone like myself. I had come from working in an industry that had paid really well, especially for my age. I was making really good money. And then when I did a bit of a career shift and moved to Alberta, my income dropped, and that has been a really hard adjustment, I'm not gonna lie. And so part of the reason why I wanted to do candles and start another business was to essentially just have more income coming in, because I have a lot of dreams. There's a lot I want to do in life, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I really want to have a lot of money, and I'm not like, I didn't grow up with a lot of money, and so yeah, I want to be rich. Like, I don't care if people judge me by saying that. It's just something I've always wanted, and I want to give back as well to the community. So those are all things that are really important to me. And if you're wondering if you should start a business like this, I would say make sure that you have a strong why. Know exactly the reasons, and you know, think realistically. Can you do it? Do you have enough time in the day? And some days are going to be tough. If you have that stamina and you have that drive, anything's possible. So yeah, candles have definitely been interesting. I am on to my second order of jars plus Christmas scents. So I've gone through 144 now, and I've ordered another 144. Plus I'm doing 2 signature holiday line scents. So right now I've got 6 scents available. I wanted to start with the 4 originally because I was like, okay, let's nail down 4 really good scents. We'll start there, and then I can do seasonal launches after that. And the whole inspiration for the scents and the vibe of North Star Candle Co., which is the name, by the way, I don't think I've said that, is I really wanted to create a candle that was based on memories and moments spent in nature across Canada. So as I mentioned, I am somebody who has lived across the country. I grew up in Ontario, between Ontario and Nova Scotia. My mom's in Ontario, my dad's in Nova Scotia. And then when I was 29, I moved to Alberta and also bought a house in BC. So I've driven across the country. I feel very patriotic of Canada. I mean, I love traveling. I love so many different countries, but I feel very proud to be from Canada, and I love spending time in nature. I think every province has something beautiful to offer, and so I wanted to create scents that resembled those landscapes that you see in Canada. So I've got ocean hour starting on the East Coast. We got the Maritimes. I love the Maritimes, which is lavender, jasmine, and sea salt. Then you move to Ontario and Quebec, and you have these like campy vibes, campfire, like the boreal forest, which is dark patchouli, vanilla, and campfire. And then we move across through the prairies, which is a rose and sandalwood with amber and oak moss. And then we've got mountain mornings, which is espresso, vanilla, and a cedar bark and spice. Those are my initial scents, and so I really wanted to get those out there. When I felt a little bit more confident in terms of where the business was at, I then launched 2 signature holiday scents, and I actually just launched them like 2 days ago, and you'll be watching it once they've been launched. But they are Winter Solstice and a Cozy Cabin. So one of them is evergreen and apples, and the other one is a birchwood pine and vanilla. So I'm really excited about those. I just love the aesthetic of the jars that I've chosen, and going out into the community has been amazing to just hear feedback. So yeah, that's a little bit more about that. And if you want to know the step-by-step candle process, I could break that down in another video. If you're interested, let me know in the comments below. And that is the wrap up to today's video. I cut that clip because I was like, wait, I think I have more to say and I'm gonna film it later, but then I had to decide if I wanted to add more to the video or not, and I didn't, because I think it's the right length, and I think I've touched the surface in terms of like starting a new business and what it entails and my why behind it all. And now I'm gonna end this video so that it doesn't drag on too long, and I will do another one if you're interested in terms of more step-by-step processes of making candles, if you want to know. I know there's a lot of channels out there that do content like that. I'm not looking to be a candle specific channel, but if you want some tips and tricks, I can share. So thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate all of you. Keep following along on the journey. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. It really helps us creators so that we can make our dreams into reality. Okay, have a great day, everybody. Bye.